Hello, today I am going to teach you how to crochet from the outside in. We're working in the round, and I am going to do so by using the Simple Square pattern that is included in my Jacob's Lattice pattern, link below. So in order to do this pattern, the pattern overall, like the entire Jacob's Lattice pattern, is an advanced crochet pattern. If you are an adventurous beginner who's looking to learn new things, you might enjoy this. I would say do the squares in the order they are in the pattern. The first one is the simple square, which I'm going to demonstrate here. Also, you need to be comfortable doing foundation crochet stitches because that's how we do our first round. We don't want to use a base chain here because we want to keep these motifs stretchy. Base chains have a tendency to be tight or too small. So foundation stitches. I'm going to start with my turning chain. That counts as a stitch. So round one says to start with 10 foundation stitches. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 foundation stitches. Now I'm going to do foundation, so FDC 5 together. But basically we're doing a DC 5 together stitch, but the foundation version. So, and I have a separate video on just how to do this. I'll link it up there. So we're gonna start our first foundation double crochet here, work it almost all the way. This is the second. Third. Fourth. Oops. And the fifth. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops. And that has made us a corner. It'll be easier to see once I do the next side. So each side has 20 foundation double crochets on it. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so that is 20 stitches for the side. And I'm going to do my second corner here. Okay, there we go. So that's our second corner done. And let's do our next side, 20 foundation double crochets. So I want to show you when you're counting to make sure you have the right amount, finding your first double crochet after the corner. You can see where the corner was gathered together here. And this is our next stitch. It's below this next loop here, right? So ooh, I got an extra. We're going to do another corner. Okay, so laying out here. I still got to go up another side. All right, that side's finished. I need one more corner. Okay, so let's see where we are here. Following the pattern, I needed 10 foundation double crochets, my FDC 5 together, 20, and I had to do that 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And now I finish off by doing the FDC 5 together, and now I just need 10 foundation double crochets. All right, now this part's critical here is we need to join these 2 sides together, making sure we haven't twisted our work. So if you're like crocheting on your lap, you might have like this sort of amorphous sort of line. What you'll want to do, I'm going to take my hook out here, is take the part you just finished and put it flat. This can be on your leg or something, flat down this way. See where the corner is, just lay it out like that. Just sort of flatten them out like so. Now you can see I haven't twisted that at all, so I can join. I'm just going to join with a slip stitch as usual. Join however you'd like. Okay, so that's my first round done. But you'll see that it's open at the bottom. Now I tried a lot of different things on how to make that look good and finally settled on just use your starting end to fix that. So I got my needle here. I'm just going to tack this in for now. I'll show you a little bit better. So here, let me just pull this out. I recommend you wait until you've got a couple of rounds in, or until you're finished even, to do this, but I'm going to show you this right now. Maybe if I go flat. All right, I've threaded my needle with the starting ends. I'm going to put it through this V here, from front to back. And you want to pull it closed, but not too tightly. Then I'm going to go under this V over here. And then I'm just going to go back one more time. And then I can weave the end in. This will be easier to do if I had more rounds, so I'm just going to leave that the way it is. It might come undone just now. I'll show you the full thing when the square is done. So it's time to do the next round, so round 2. We're going to start with 8 double crochets. Now this pattern doesn't mention any turning chains at all, and that's because the turning chain counts as a stitch. It'll count as a double crochet stitch, so I need to do 8 double crochet stitches first, and one of those will be the turning chain. Do whatever kind of turning chain you like. So that's 1, 2, I've got my 8 stitches there. Now I need to do DC 5 together. And if you're just winging this and doing some other pattern, you'll know that you'll have your corner centered if your middle stitch goes into where these stitches sort of come to an end. Okay, so All right, now I need to do 16 double crochets. All right, that's one time through the brackets there. Let's do their second time through, so DC5 together. And then do 16 double crochets. So that's twice through the brackets. That's our third time. DC5 together. And 16 double crochets. All right, so that's we've done the brackets 3 times. Now we're going to do DC5 together. And then 8 double crochets. And join. So that's 2 rounds done. So round 3 is 6 double crochets. So my turning chain is 1, 2. We're into the brackets now. DC5 together. And then 12 double crochet. Okay, so that's once through the brackets. Let's do the second time. DC5 together. And 12 DC. All right, so that's twice through. We're going to do a third time through the brackets, so DC5 together. And 12 DC. All right, that's 3 times through, so now we're going to finish off by doing DC5 together. And 6 double crochets. Okay, and we'll just join the round. And that's 3 rounds done. All right, let's do round 4. This one says we need to start with 4 double crochets. That includes the turning chain, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're into the brackets, DC5 together. And then 8 double crochet. All right, that's once through. Let's do second time through the brackets, so DC5 together. And 8 double crochet. And this is our third time, our third repeat here. DC5 together. And 8 double crochet. Okay, And now we're finishing off the round with a DC5 together and 4 double crochets. We'll join the round. All right, let's do round 5. So this one we need 2 double crochets, including the turning chain. So that's 1 and 2. And then we're into a bracket, so DC5 together. And then 4 double crochets. All right, so now for the second time, let's do DC5 together and 4 double crochets. And let's do it a third time, DC5 together and 4 double crochets. All right, now we're finishing off with DC5 together and then 2 double crochet and join the round. All right, so now we have just one more round to go, and round 6 is just DC5 together 4 times. Now, if you're just doing a turning chain like I am, like 2 chains, don't worry about it. If you were doing a turning chain that involves, a few steps there and then there's a last yarn over pull through, I would say do that turning chain until just before you do that last yarn over pull through too, and then continue on. It doesn't matter a ton. So my first DC5 together includes the turning chain, so I just need 4 more. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you'll notice I've only got 5 loops on my hook. That's because I just did a chain for my turning chain. It doesn't matter. So that's my first DC5 together. Let's do a second one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull them through. All right, that was number 2. Let's do number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and we just have 1 more to do because we've done 3 there. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now we need to join our round here. You see, this is my turning chain, so I'm going to join to the top of that. Just do the best you can. Okay, and let's cut our yarn. I'm going to end off here. Now my finishing end, I guess, is on the front, so I'm just going to put my hook through this hole in the middle to grab it and pull it to the back. So there is the simple square. Let's do some finishing. I'm going to go back to that beginning end, or starting end, and it has held this together so far, but this is not going to hold and wash if I just cut that off. So I am going to go ahead and weave this in. I'm going to start by going up the stitch here. Make sure you don't pull that too tightly there. And I'm going to just weave my end down here. Didn't quite leave long enough end for what I would like to do here. Okay. Now I'm going to do the middle. Now there is a hole in the middle. Let's see if we can see that right here. If that bothers you, especially on this solid square, you can use this end to sort of make a drawstring to close it. So I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to go under this here, then under this, and under that. This is the tops of the stitches. I'm just going under one arm of the V. And of course this was the turning chain, so that's going to be harder to find the one arm of the V. Now that I've gone under all of them, I can just pull this. I'm going to go a little bit farther. And I've pulled it closed. You can go back the other way to lock it into place. I think at this point I'm just going to weave these ends in. So I'm going to go down this gather of stitches here to find the bottom of the stitches, because that's where I prefer to weave my ends in. That is how you do the simple square that can be found in my Jacob's lattice pattern. Thanks for watching.